Lead in gasoline becomes aerosolized, and it's breathed in through car exhaust, and it could also contaminate the surrounding soil and environment. So great, the vegetables as well. Guys, when you do the vegetables, leaded. You got leaded vegetables. Oh, how's that? How are those strawberries? You mean the leaded strawberries? I was going to get unleaded strawberries, but I just decided to go leaded. Why'd you go leaded? It's just the way nature is working these days. We're going lead. You want to go unleaded? Joanne! They want to go unleaded strawberries. No, I know. Joanne said, yeah, go time machine it. Joanne. Sometimes she's funny. Sometimes Joanne makes me laugh when she says stuff like that. Oh, why don't you time machine it then? Overall, the estimated childhood lead exposure in the U.S. resulted in a collected drop of 824 million IQ points. Or almost 3 points on every person that exists. This drop was even worse for people around the mid to late 1960s. The authors estimated that they may have lost up to 6 IQ points. Joanne, that's double, in case you were wondering. Those with the highest lead levels may have lost up to 7 points, they estimated. Double plus 1, Joanne, in case you're trying to write it down. No, here. There you go. She just needs to write it down. I frankly was shocked, said Michael McFarland, a sociologist at Duke University. He said in a statement from the university, and when I look at the numbers, I'm still shocked even though I'm prepared for it. That's exactly what he sounded like, Joanne. Totally. Though much has been done to reduce the presence of lead in our environment. And that's why he talked like that, because he was leaded. He was not unleaded. He was freaking dealing with a leaded. You know, that was a leaded Michael McFarland. You want to hear an unleaded Michael McFarland? Joanne, really? Joanne wants me to do an unleaded Michael McFarland. Unreal, Joanne. I frankly was shocked. Study author Michael McFarland, a sociologist at Duke University, said in a statement from the university. And when I look at the numbers, I'm still shocked, even though I'm prepared for it. Though much has been done to reduce the presence of lead in our environment, lead exposure remains a pressing public issue. Even today, many drinking water supplies across the U.S. continue to be laced with lead, a problem most infamously exemplified by the Flint water crisis of 2014, Joanne. I know you were drinking from the freaking lake at that time. She was in Flint. She was swimming. They were having a hippo, exhibit, and she was there in the water helping out. Because sometimes she would do like a fill in. Oh, look, we need the hippo to go to, to take a rest. Okay, Joanne does the scene. They throw a little over the top of her, throw some dirt on top. She's good to go. Humongocarditis. The worldwide problem is even worse, though, than Flint. Just like you got to check it out how much worse it is. It's estimated that lead contamination contributed to as many as 900,000 deaths in 2019, including from causes like heart disease and strokes. That's a serious amount of deaths, Joanne. What? No, Joanne, I don't think that's going to happen to you. Your wheeze seems to have been from birth or something. It's likely that the ramifications of lead poisoning will follow people decades down the road as well, said researchers. They plan to study how lead exposure in childhood may affect people's brains in their older years, since previous research has suggested that lead can prematurely age the brain. And they also hope that the study to disproportionate effect the lead has on the... Joanne, can you stop with this scrolling? This is a tough part. You got some long words here, and you're doing a teleprompter. She's so rude with that teleprompter. What's that? No, Joanne, we know you're doing your best. Yes, and with the wheeze. Now I'm lost, Joanne. You got me on the wheeze now. Now I can't stop hearing it. Right, guys? It's so freaking loud. And they also hope to study the disproportionate effect that lead has had on different groups of Americans, such as black children, who are still more likely to be exposed to higher lead levels growing up than others. Millions of us are walking around with a history of lead exposure, said study author Aaron Rubin, a PhD candidate in clinical psychology at Duke University. It's not like you've got into a car accident and had a rotator cuff tearing it heals and then you're fine, right? It's like it depends. Why is he English, Joanne? He's not freaking English. He's from Duke University. His name's Aaron Rubin. No, I know, Joanne. We'll try it again. But this time we'll do it maybe with like not as much attitude. You know what I mean? Yep, yes, yep, millions of us are walking around with a history of lead exposure, said study author Aaron Rubin, a PhD candidate in clinical psychology at Duke University. It's not like you got into a car accident and had a rotator cuff tear that heals and then you're fine. It appears to be an insult carried in the body in different ways that we're still trying to understand, but that can have implications for life. Joanne. I guess that's the end of the freaking story on that one. Joanne, what's the last story of the day? We got two. Joanne, two.